Hello everyone and welcome to today's online class for class 10. In today's class we are going to discuss the Q&A 1 questions individually. The first question is, what happens when magnesium ribbon burns in air? We already have studied this in our video clips, in our previous video sessions, that when magnesium ribbons burns in air, it produces white powder of magnesium oxide. The reaction of this particular reaction follows as magnesium, which is solid in nature, burns in air, oxygen in air, which is gaseous in nature, and for magnesium oxide, which is also solid in nature and white powdery, solid in nature. Now, to balance this thing out, we have to multiply 2 with magnesium oxide and 2 with magnesium. This is the balanced chemical reaction for this particular reaction. The second question is, name the gas evolved when zinc reacts with a dilute HCl. The gas that is evolved is the hydrogen gas, H2 gas. What is the third question is, what is the chemical equation? What is a chemical equation? A chemical equation is a symbolic notation that uses formulae instead of words to represent a chemical equation. The fourth question is, on what chemical law balancing of chemical equation is based on? The law that on which these balancing of chemical equation is based on is law of conservation of mass. The fifth question is, represent decomposition of ferrous sulfate with the help of balanced chemical equation. The chemical formula of ferrous sulfate is FeSO4. Now, FeSO4 is solid in nature. When it is heated, it decomposes to give Fe2O3, which is solid in nature, sulfur dioxide, which is gaseous in nature, and sulfur trioxide, which is also gaseous in nature. So, to balance this entire thing, we need to multiply FeSO4 with 2, which will produce 2 iron in the right hand side, also 2 iron is present. Oxygen is in the air, 8 oxygen is present on the left hand side, whereas on the right hand side 3 oxygen, total 6 oxygen, and plus 2 oxygen is 8 oxygen. Sulfur is present on the left hand side, 2 sulfur atom is present. On the right hand side there are 1 sulfur atom on SO2 and 1 sulfur atom in SO3, combining total 2 numbers of atom present in the right hand side also. So this is the balanced chemical equation for the decomposition of ferrous sulfate, producing solid Fe2O3, ferric oxide, and plus alongside sulfur dioxide gas and sulfur trioxide gas. Question number 6 is saying that when carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, it turns milky. Why? Lime water is nothing but calcium hydroxide solution. When it reacts with carbon dioxide, it produces calcium carbonate, suspension of calcium carbonate in the water, which makes the entire water milky. The chemical reaction for that, this particular reaction is calcium hydroxide in aqueous medium reacting with carbon dioxide in the air, producing calcium carbonate, which is solid in nature, and water. As it is white solid in nature, suspension of calcium carbonate solid in the water can be observed, which is making this entire solution after the reaction milky. The question number 7 is saying that a zinc rod is left for nearly 20 minutes in a copper sulfate solution. What change would you observe in zinc rod? we will observe that with time the mass of the zinc rod will be decreased. Now this observation is explained on the basis of the activity series of the metal. Zinc resides above the copper in activity series, meaning the activity of zinc is much more compared to copper. So when zinc is reacting with the sulfate salt of copper, copper sulfate, it displaces the copper from the copper sulfate to produce its own zinc sulfate solution. As a result, the rod is reduced by volume or by mass. And the reaction for that is follows as zinc, which is solid in nature, copper sulfate, aqueous solution, displacement reaction is happening, producing zinc sulfate, which is aqueous and copper sulfate, copper in solid form. Question number 8 is, what type of reaction is this? Na2SO4 plus BaCl2 is producing BaSO4 to NaCl. So in my reactant side we have taken two reactants. One is Na2CSO4 and another one is BaCl2. And in the product side there are also two products. Now if you notice that the chloride salt in the reactant side is accompanied by barium, whereas in the product side the chloride salt is accompanied by the sodium. The sulfate salt in the reactant side is accompanied by sodium, whereas in the product side the sulfate salt is accompanied by barium. So a double displacement kind of a situation has occurred in this reaction, where sodium is displacing the beryllium from the chloride salt to sodium is displacing the barium from the chloride salt to produce its own sodium chloride salt, and on the other hand barium is displacing the sodium from the sulfate salt to produce its own barium sulfate salt. So this is an example of a double displacement reaction. The final question is saying that identify the compound oxidized in the following reaction. The reaction is given H2S gas plus Cl2, which is also gas, producing sulfur in solid form plus 2HCl in gaseous form. Now, to identify the oxidized compound, let's try to do this entire example with the help of our simple oxidation definition. The simple oxidation reduction definition is saying that when leaving of hydrogen is known as the oxidation reaction and addition of hydrogen is known as the reduction reaction. Now I am not considering the leaving of oxygen or addition of oxygen, because there is no leaving of oxygen or addition of oxygen in this particular reaction. Only the leaving of hydrogen or leaving of addition of hydrogen is considered in this particular reaction. That's why that particular simple definition of oxidation reaction I am going to take the help of only that simple definition. Now sulfur H2S, from H2S hydrogen is leaving to produce sulfur. So by definition we know that leaving of hydrogen is known as oxidation. So we can say that H2S is oxidized to produce sulfur. So this is my oxidation. And chlorine in here, addition of hydrogen has occurred on chlorine gas to produce the gaseous HCl. So this is the reduction process. Therefore the compound that is oxidized in this particular reaction, just by doing the simple definition we can find out is the H2S.